We began with developing news. SEPTA releasing new details about the changes to service the agency will make as massive budget cuts loom.
Yeah, they're now revealing the new schedules that will take effect if no funding bill passes the state legislation. If that's the case, people are going to have to really scramble around here.
Action News reporter Maggie Kent joins us live at SEPTA headquarters with the new details and the big impact on commuters. Maggie.
Nydia, Alicia, the SEPTA deadline is now 8 days away. They say they need to know from the state legislature whether they will be funded by August 14th. And if they're not, these changes will go into effect 1 day before the kids here at the Philadelphia School District go back to school August 24th. They have a $213 million deficit here at SEPTA. And because of that, and because funding is still in limbo, they say they will need to cut service drastically and coming soon. The new schedules will be reduced by 20%, and they'll go into effect August 24th. It is 1 day, as I mentioned before, those school kids get back to school. And that's just a fraction of the population that will be impacted by SEPTA slashing service across all lines. That includes bus, rail service, and of course regional rail and the subway. The Republican-led state Senate has stalled on negotiating and passing that state budget, now 5 weeks past its deadline. SEPTA says August 14th is the very last day that the transit agency can wait until they implement the new reduced schedules, as employees and infrastructure has to be in place to make the changes. This 20% reduction in service is just the first step in what SEPTA calls its, quote, doomsday scenario.
Time is of the essence, and the August 24th cuts are just the first of multiple steps we will be taking in short order to address our structural deficit. A 21.5% fare increase will follow on September 1st, where we will move forward with an authority-wide hiring freeze in late September. A hiring freeze could easily lead to staffing shortages that impact our ability to restore service if new funding is eventually approved. And soon after, we will be moving toward another massive service cut on January 1st. When that goes into effect, nearly half of the service we operate today will be eliminated.
SEPTA GM Scott Sauer saying they are 8 days away from having to implement these service cuts, but he says he's still hopeful, and he's asking both SEPTA riders and maybe those who are drivers who know that they will be jammed up without this service to give your state senator a call. Now, just before going on air and just after this press conference, we heard from the House Transportation Committee in the state. They've called an emergency meeting for 3 p.m. this afternoon. They are trying to push forward another renewed effort to get this funding in place, and soon, as I mentioned, 8 days away for these SEPTA cuts to begin being implemented for August 24th. We are live at SEPTA headquarters. Maggie Kent, Channel 6 Action News. Guys.
Yeah, time is of the essence. Maggie, thank you.